you will be invited in the next sessions because this is what I'm planning to do. I'm planning to continue these content training sessions for the community, and the idea is that to help you understand the importance of LinkedIn and how LinkedIn can benefit you. So the people are still joining in. In the meantime, I would actually request everyone to share in chat where are you joining from, just to see the community and okay. So El Nurani joining in from Mumbai, Lahore. We've got Lahore, Sadkabad. Yeah, keep going, folks. Swabi, Karachi, Abbottabad, Karachi, Gujranwala, Faisalabad, uh, Shanghai, China, Rizwan, thank you. And Karachi, Faiza, how are you? Karachi. So some of Sadiqabad, Rahim Khan, yes. Some of you are already like my students and you are learning from my online course. But I think most of you are not my like full-time students, but that's okay. My objective for this session is to is to build a community that appreciates LinkedIn and learns LinkedIn effectively. You know, what are some of the things that people don't do? People don't write. And content is the real power on LinkedIn. You can optimize your profile, you can do a lot of things on your profile, but if you do not write content, then your all the work that you're doing is not going to yield anything. Even the optimization part, people don't understand. Of course, this class is not about optimization. We are only focusing on content. And the community that we have today, and there were more than I think 80 people who I signed up until this morning, and we've got 38. As I said, some of them are already my student, like Oves, and I think Mullah Mustafa Sahib is also my student, and Sumbul is also my student. So these are the people who are already learning uh, through my full program. But again, even they are after 14 hours of learning session, they're still reluctant in writing content, or they're not writing content the way they should be writing content. So that's the objective for today's session, to build this community. Those who are going to stay with me for the next 5 days, Monday to Friday, for this particular session. Yes, Saddam, I know you recently joined, and thank you. Uh, you're going to see a marked difference in your performance when you start writing, when you keep doing things, when you practice through a strategic process, you learn more. And this is my objective for today's session, that to build this community. It could be 10 people, I don't care, 20 people, 50 people. I am I'm I'm more for a community. So community could be 1% or 50% or 500%. Doesn't really make a lot of difference to me. If I could make a difference in one person's life, that's it. I've done my job rest of my life. Okay, so with that backdrop, I was just waiting for more. Hopefully, more people would probably join in. But if they join in, they are going to miss the first bit of it. And some people will leave as well during the process. This happens. And those who leave, that's okay. You are more than, I mean, I'll be more than happy for you to do something. If you think something better you can do during this time. So very quickly, I've got a little presentation to share with you, and then I will share the process of what are we going to do from Monday to Friday, and this is what you will have to follow. What I've also done, I've noted down email addresses of all those who showed interest. So maybe some of those who are not joining in would still get an email from me, and that email will provide some more instructions. But predominantly everything will come on my LinkedIn profile. So what you will have to do, all have to follow my LinkedIn profile, and I'll actually share with you is the process of how do you do it. Following is easy, but getting a notification is something that I'm going to share with you. So a little presentation coming, and then we'll have a Q&A as well in this session, because that's very, very important. And anybody wants to ask question in Urdu or somebody joining from India in Hindi, you're more than welcome to do so. I'm doing this session in English because some of the audience today do not understand Urdu. This is the basic thing. So it's a 6-day practical content practice. Today is the first day. We are building it up, and I want everyone to stay as an active member of this community. And those who are already part of my paid program and the part of the community and they contribute, they can vouch that within the community, I'm helping people build their businesses. So though many like freelancers do business amongst themselves. So that's the community. And I encourage them to do so. So with this community also, you can come together and create some kind of an opportunity for your own selves. This is the beauty of the community. And often what I also do during these sessions, I do some breakout sessions in which I want people to network with each other. Um, a lot of time people don't do it, but that's the opportunity missed basically. So hope if we have time today, we will probably do a breakout session as well. But that's not in my plan at this point in time. If you need to read details about my full course, you can go on careerguru.co. Today's program is absolutely free for everyone who really wants to understand how LinkedIn content can help them grow on LinkedIn. All right, so this is my profile. So if you don't follow me already, you can simply go search on LinkedIn and start following. On the right-hand side top, you will see a bell button. Where you are seeing a pen here, because that's I copied it from my profile. I won't be able to see my own bell button. You will see a bell button. If you hit that bell button, whenever I will post, you will get a notification. So that's one thing. Follow my profile, hit the bell button. That's the first instruction for today's program. So that you get so every day when I post something, which will be an instructional post for you, you will be able to see that post. I'll also try to email it to you, but it will be a link so that you could go and look at the profile because we actually want to work on LinkedIn. So your LinkedIn connected to my LinkedIn will help you grow. Very simple. And the thought is like when I copied it this morning, I had 69,344 followers. So if you have a smaller follower base and my bigger follower base, these two profile collaborating will help you grow. This is what I want. I want you to grow, regardless of whether you're my full-time student or you're not my full-time student. You all can grow. So that's the first instruction for today. I wrote my first book, Bootstrapping Your Career, about 13, 14 years ago. I've been writing uh, even before that because that was part of my job that I was doing. I was working with British government from 1990 till 2006 as head of trade and investment for Pakistan, and then I worked with the US Chamber of Commerce for 14 years, and I worked in 12 countries. So that like gives me a lot of visibility, a lot of experience, a lot of exposure. um, Madhya, if the voice is slow, you can turn your volume a little bit up. LinkedIn Mastermind is the ebook that I wrote. Jennifer Catallo, who is the now the executive accounts director for LinkedIn Canada, uh, provided a special feature and also recommended my services uh, to Government of Ontario for their program for one whole year. So I provided LinkedIn coaching through Government of Ontario program to young people in Canada. So that's kind of a little bit of a background as where I'm coming from. Now, the challenge for us is that 90% or more people don't really understand how LinkedIn works. People talk about LinkedIn now more than before because since COVID, LinkedIn has transformed a lot. Uh, since COVID, more than it's now 1 billion people, right? At that point in time was like 600 million. So 400 million more people have been added on LinkedIn. And LinkedIn trainings are not available as such. Uh, Even within LinkedIn, if you take LinkedIn training program, which is a paid program, if you subscribe to LinkedIn Premium, you can get access to it. It's only 1.5 hour, very basic program. It doesn't tell you much. And in this age, even a 14-year-old can create a LinkedIn account. It's not difficult because when I was growing up, I grew up in the age of black and white television. There used to be one channel, and we used to get cartoon only 5 minutes. So 5:55 to 6 p.m. only the cartoon, whatever the cartoon may be at that point in time. Popeye the Sailor Man was my favorite. So the point is that things are changing rapidly. Uh, when a little toddler get a cell phone from their moms, right? So it's a society, it's a community that understands technology. It's built in somehow. So anyone with 14 years or 12 years of age can also create a LinkedIn account. That's not something that we should even be talking about to me. But LinkedIn's program, that little training program that they have, this mostly talks about it, which requires what? Everybody who is using Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, you are only consuming content. This is what you're doing. You're consuming content. You're reading, you're watching YouTube, you're watching, you're consuming content. You're not producing content. You're not like Umar who does content, right? You're not me, like we do content, right? So we do content, we write content. So we are content creators, and most of the community is content consumer, which means there's a bigger market for consumers, right? If we could address their issues, if we could help them learn something, we will grow quickly. This is how I have grown to my global audience. And the online program that I have is a very small component of my bigger program. I work with corporates now. I work with founders and senior executives and help them grow on LinkedIn. So all that started just because I could produce quality content and I started attracting eyeballs. So, Vezbhai, this is what we need to do. Um, this is we all need to do, right? Consistency is the key to success. LinkedIn can really help you find opportunities, and this is the matrix. Those people or pyramid, those people who have been part of my course, they already have seen it. I've adopted it this from the course. 90% people are only scrolling up and down. We don't really know what LinkedIn does. We don't really know how we can do what we want to do on LinkedIn. So we just scroll up and down and we're confused. 9% people contribute, which means, you can share somebody else's content, an article, not your own content. But only 1% people on LinkedIn produce content. And that's also only text content. So take every word that I'm telling you today is absolute practical. This is exactly what we do. 1% people produce content, text content most of the time. Of that, very few produce video content. So when you are in the consumer market, when there are a lot of consumers out there, if you start addressing their issues through your content, you will grow. Nobody can stop you from growing. That is the problem, is that we don't really know. We don't appreciate how important LinkedIn is in our professional life. We could be a coach, consultant, trainer, marketeer, digital marketeer, SEO expert, a freelancer. I don't like to use the word freelancer, but this is what people do all the time. I call it a solopreneur. If you're a solopreneur, you all need LinkedIn. Take my words. You all need LinkedIn. Anything you are doing, any course you're taking, any investment you're making, if you are not making investment on your LinkedIn, you are missing out on tremendous opportunities. Because on LinkedIn, you can target well. On LinkedIn, you can actually um, uh, become friends with LinkedIn's algorithm, and algorithm starts pushing it out. I'm a big fan of Gary Vee, and I watch him and I listen to him and I take a lot of inspiration from him. Uh, I think a month ago there was a conference at which I in which I listened to him. He said, oh, there are only three platforms that can really help you grow, help your business grow: LinkedIn, TikTok, and YouTube. He did not say Facebook. Facebook is good for marketing when you're doing a paid marketing. So you can reach out to people. If you don't want to invest money into paid marketing, which you should not, Then YouTube, LinkedIn, and TikTok. These are three platforms that you should be at, and you should be exploring these platforms. And the reason is very simple. On LinkedIn, so YouTube, of course, is a search engine. LinkedIn is also a search engine. TikTok, LinkedIn, and YouTube's algorithm aligns your interest or whatever you want to watch and read it and capture it. So think about if it is doing to you, it is doing to your consumer as well. The people who are consuming your content, the same behavior is applicable to them. So if you are watching or if your consumer is watching, content consumer is watching, for instance, food videos like how do you cook biryani, for instance. After one or two or three videos, TikTok and YouTube will record that interest and will start showing the similar kind of videos going forward. LinkedIn does the same thing. LinkedIn sees what kind of content you are interested in, and because it's more versatile than other platforms, so you will have videos, you will have documents, you will have text, images, all kind of content you can add on your LinkedIn, and that interest actually helps you grow. So if you are writing that content, eventually you will become friends with LinkedIn's algorithm, and the algorithm will start showing your content to people who are interested. Remember what I said, 99% people are the consumers. They are consuming your content. These are some of the opportunities that I picked up. Technical writer, graphic designer, SEO expert. This is all content. If you are not getting this content on LinkedIn, there is something wrong with your strategy. These are the people who want you to hire, who want to hire like, this one wants to hire technical writer. This one wants to hire graphic designer. It doesn't say that person has to be in a specific demography. The point is that if you are not getting these kind of content in your feed, you need to strategically improve your content writing so you start seeing this kind of feed. Very simple. More on feed, right? I said, okay. And people don't comment. This one is from Pakistan. Nobody commented, right? So which means that an opportunity lost. Let's move on. So this is the future of work. If we do not understand this, and these are the basics, uh, and millions of people try to learn freelancing, they don't understand business. This is what is happening globally. Behaviors are changing. Any uh, freelancing business which is related to service or any consulting and coaching business cannot grow if we do not know the behavior, if we do not know the audience. So the behavior is changing. And millennial workforce, their attitude is very different. Technologies are doing wonders like big data, internet of things, collaborative technologies, chat gpt and other AI has completely changed the way we used to do things. If we don't understand it, we are out. Nobody is going to even look at us because there's so many other people out there. Mobility. So I work so I work literally from, this is my bedroom where I work from, this is my office. This is where I don't go anywhere, only because I'm also executive director for Canada Startup Association. Only if there's a conference and I'm invited, I go reluctantly because I have to be there, right? Otherwise, I don't go. This is where I work from. And I built it up because there is a mobility. You can literally work from anywhere in the world and have clients. So I'm sitting in Toronto, but I have clients in 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 Australia, like the other side of uh, the world. I have clients over there, and I have clients in many other countries. So there are no boundaries. So do not limit yourself to a boundary. You can be out there and be seen and start, you know, tapping into opportunities, literally global opportunities. Okay. Those who are searching for jobs. So by the way, those who are following me on Facebook at this point in time and watching this live, I won't be able to see your comments, but um, you know, after the event, I will definitely look at your comments and I'll try to respond to everyone. So if you have any questions, you can ask. But the basic idea of this session is to help you learn. This is an interface of what we call LinkedIn Recruiter. I'm almost 100% sure that people have not seen this interface before. So those who want to recruit, so if I'm a recruiter and if I want to hire, for instance, Umar is a sales and marketing professional, and I'm using this. So 90% recruiters use this, or they use Lusha. LinkedIn provides me this interface. It's a paid tool, and I can actually literally find you based on your title, location, skills, industries, keywords, employment type. There are 20 criteria that I can fill in, and I can spot the right person. Problem is that if we don't have an optimized profile and if we are only scrolling and not actively contributing, LinkedIn is not going to show our profile to anyone. We have a profile, but it's called a dormant profile. For lead generation, this is HubSpot. This is not me saying. From lead to conversion, when you get a lead to conversion, the best ratio, lead to conversion, the conversion ratio is on LinkedIn. So if HubSpot is saying it, and if we are not using it, who is at loss? We are at loss. We don't know how to, and we are not consistent, and we are confused. So, remove your confusion and be consistent. Videos can literally perform extremely well. I mean, it's so easy to do video. Now, in here also, if I see only 4 or 5 people have turned on their cameras, if you can't face a camera, you should not be on social media. Period. You should not be a freelancer, technically speaking, because the world of free Fiverr and Upwork, it will be a word of past because they are restricting you to a limited opportunity, whereas LinkedIn is opening up opportunity to everyone. You can literally, so this video that I did, I think it was like a 3 minutes video, was watched at that point in time. No, this was a live video. 2009, 44 minutes, and you can see the demography as well. Now, if we do that, if we keep doing it, if we keep doing using all the tools that LinkedIn provides, then we will only grow. So so I'm very big on collaborative, mentoring and collaborative coaching. Every Friday, every Friday, I do a podcast, audio podcast for my audience on career development. I've got 5 more internationally renowned experts who join me. They all are from South Asia, but they all are based out of South Asia. They join me on this podcast. I announce it every week onto my Facebook, onto my group as well. Very few people join in. So unfortunately, we want to learn, but don't want to spend time on learning. If that is the behavior, we will never learn. I've seen some other people, particularly I've seen Indians, that even if I'm doing a session and they want to join in, it's 5 a.m. in India and they will join in because they want to learn. That makes the difference. What is knowledge society? Think about it. What is knowledge society? Knowledge society is when people are eager to get knowledge and they want to use knowledge. They are not they're not only like doing what we call clickbait kind of posts. They're sharing knowledge posts. Every post that I write, of course, I sell as well, but every post I write has a message in it, has a learning in it. So if you do that, you will also start generating a community or start building a community around you. Very, very simple. All right. So podcast name, Suhail, is Your Career Journey. I announce it on LinkedIn. I announce it. So, if you're following my LinkedIn, you will be able to see that podcast. Right. Okay. Oops. 1% create content, 58 million companies. Now think about it. The number has grown. I think it's over 60 million. 60 million companies are on LinkedIn. 60 million. Now they are not sitting there and not doing anything. Most of them may be dormant, but that's where you come in if you're a freelancer. I've created a complete program as to how you can start selling LinkedIn gigs to these people, these companies. But the point I want to make is 60 million companies are doing something on LinkedIn. We don't know what they're doing because we are only scrolling up and down. Just think about it. People are searching for things. Recruiters are searching for people like you. There are f- there are there are opportunities that I showed you. People are looking for SEO expert, coaches, consultant, and we are dormant. We are not. We are only confused, scrolling up and down. And I want you to change that behavior from today onwards. Random does not work. This is random. It will not work. LinkedIn, will start loving you when you start loving LinkedIn. I've written it several times. I say, start loving LinkedIn. उससे मोहब्बत करो. When you start loving LinkedIn, LinkedIn will start loving you. Be very strategic. It's like ping pong, very, very targeted. You're looking at a small ball with a big bat and you're playing. So think of that as as an opportunity. So learn that. Content helps you build conversation. And in this 5 days program, today is the first day, next 5 days, this is what I want you to learn. How do you build conversation? Learn to build conversation. This is not Facebook. You should not share your picture of a pizza. No. If you're sharing picture of you are eating pizza, there has to be a story resonating to what you want to achieve on LinkedIn. Then share that picture of pizza. Then you will build conversation. Otherwise, you are not going to build conversation. Build conversation because it's a professional platform. Okay? That's when you start seeing opportunities. LinkedIn content, 3 stages. Conversation, 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 lot of conversation. Lot of conversations will build trust because then people know that you are talking sense, you are an expert in that field, you understand what you do, and that trust will start building opportunities or start yielding opportunities. My bigger LinkedIn program, for which there is a $365 fee, most of my corporate clients come and take those programs. I do it every month, usually. And they've been following me for 2 years. Some of them said, we have been following you for 2 years, but now we sign up. So it's not a game of today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow. It's a game of consistency. It's a game that will help you keep growing if you want to grow. If you want to do it quickly, don't come on LinkedIn. Don't come on LinkedIn. Don't waste your time or money. But if you want to make money, if you want to really grow and build your credibility and trust, which will bring in opportunity, then invest on LinkedIn. Then invest on LinkedIn because your time is also very precious. There are 4 factors on LinkedIn. Optimization for search. So and I'll show you what I mean by that. Optimization for search, content targeting. So no more random, networking targeted, and consistency. 4 pillars. If we understand these 4 pillars, we will start building our empire on LinkedIn. You could be an influencer with 500 connections, and you could not be an influencer with 500,000 connections or 500,000 followers. Just think about it. So with even 500 connections, you can start building this whole thing. And people will start follow people will follow you or people will ask you question when they have trust in you. It's like going to a doctor. Why do you prefer to go to a doctor and not to a hakim, maybe, trust factor, because you know that a doctor has spent 5, 6 years intense learning and then other X number of years in practicing. Think about it. So if you have spent time in learning and you have practiced, then you will be able to coach people. You will be able to help people. That helping will bring in opportunities. So here, I think I said half an hour, but I think the session will go a little more, which I don't mind. And the instructions will come after this. But I want to show you directly go to the LinkedIn profile and show you when I said about the search, you need to understand what I mean. Some of you probably already know, but some of you may not know. Okay, so if you want to see if your profile is appearing in search or not, go on me over here, view profile. This whole exercise is part of the course. Those who are my students who can go back and look at chapter number 1 and 2, you will find that. And scroll down up to analytics. In the analytics, you can see every week LinkedIn updates it for everyone across the globe. So this week, my search appearances were 1720. It keeps fluctuating. In December, searches will go down, will tank because a lot of people are on vacation in the West. But this is how it works. And if you see, these are the 5 keywords under which my profile appears: executive director, chief executive officer. So if I'm looking for a job, which I'm not, you know, somebody is spotting me as an executive director and a chief executive officer. Career coach, 2 primary keywords that are always there in my profile. And of course, director, because the director profile is there as well. So this is the foundational process of looking at your LinkedIn, foundational process. I mean, there's of course a lot of other things that people do. Okay, so what are we going to do next 5 weeks? And then we'll have questions. Uh, we will let me just quickly. So this is what we are going to do from Monday onwards. I will write one instructional post on my LinkedIn. I'll try to share link on email. So I'll just have a group email. So sometimes it goes in spam as well. So please look at that. Um, I only have limited time, and in that limited time, I really want to help you build your content strategy. So that instructional post will have everything in it. It will actually tell you what to do. What do I expect? So if I share a picture and a story behind the picture, I would want you to write a story the way you see that picture. So you go on my profile, you hit the bell button, so you will get the notification every time I post something. You go to my post, read the instruction, and create a post according to that instruction. I will repeat it in Urdu as well for those who are not very good in English. So according to that post, according to the instruction, create a post, create a LinkedIn post. You can use ChatGPT if you want, but I am a little bit reluctant in encouraging that, because if you use ChatGPT, you are actually killing your own creativity. So use your creativity. There is no right or wrong answer to things. It's the way you look at things. A picture, you may look at that picture from a different angle, and I may look at that picture from a different angle. Okay. So there is no right or wrong answer to it. It's just practicing. It's just opening you up. It's just, brushing the corrosion off your head that you can write as well. You can write 1 line, 2 line, 5 line, 5 paragraph. It's really up to you. I'm not going to judge you based on the length of your content. I'm going to only help you understand the value of that content that you're producing, even if it's just 1 line. So based on that instruction, create a post. Post it on LinkedIn. So post it on your LinkedIn. And then add the same post in the comments, in my post comments. Because I won't be able to see everybody's post. I'll be able to see your comments. Okay. So I'll see the comments and I will respond to your comments, tell you what you need to do, how do you want to improve, and if you have done an excellent job, I'll also share that. Now, what we are doing, if these 49 people work with me for one whole week, think about it. This is a community of 49 people who will be able to collaborate with each other, who will be able to understand and learn together. Think about it. And will improve upon their content strategy in 5 days. I will add the comment. If you want to tag anyone on your own post or on the comment, do that, because those 2 people will then be able to see your post. Monday to Friday, do this and you will see an improvement in your visibility. I've already shown you. So today you should note down how many profile views or searches you had, profile views and searches. And when you have done it next Friday or Saturday, once you have done the whole program, and if you're consistent, no, without consistency, it's not going to happen. You will see the improvement. I can almost guarantee you that you will see the improvement in your profile visibility and profile search. So this is the process that we are going to do. Um, in the email, I will again share this whole process so that you all, I mean, it's not difficult. I mean, it's very simple. Go on my profile, hit the bell button and just follow the instructions, the instructional post that I'm going to do. So Monday morning, there's going to be so my Monday morning, there's going to be a post. Take that post. Yes, so I'm opening it up for Q&A. Kuratulan. Create a post based on what I have told you in that post. Post on your LinkedIn and also cut and paste and post into into the comments on my post so that I could look at it and I could help you grow. So that's what the today's session was all about. I think we finished it in about 40 minutes. We will have Q&A now. Um, Kuratulan, you raised your hand. So anybody wants to ask a question, you can raise your hand. I'll unmute you. You can ask question. Yes, Kuratulan. Go ahead.
Hi. Hi, Hamad. I actually don't have any question as such right now because you have explained it all very well. But I wanted to share a little bit feedback. Like I have been following you since some time, and you reviewed my profile once.
Yeah.
And after that, I guess I have taken few of your free sessions so far. Am not a paid or I'm not a paid person yet, but the difference I have seen that first when I talked to you, I guess I had 117 views on my profile, and today I checked, there were 743 views on my profile, and it's been like I guess hardly 3 to 4 months I have been following you like religiously, and took your 4 to 5 session. So I hope that if I'm gonna take this 5 days uh, continuously and whatever you are telling us, and I hope it will reach much more.
It will
And
definitely
thank you
help
so
you.
much for that.
No, no,
Thank you
thank
so
you.
much.
You are welcome. So my ambition is to help people learn. The point is that if you are only following certain instructions and that has helped you, if you take a 14 hours program that I have, what is going to happen? Sumbul, what is going to happen?
Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Walaikum salam. So if
Uh,
it takes
s-
a 14 hours program, what happens?
well, definitely there will be a tremendous change and tremendous growth. I mean, that goes without saying, sir. That goes without saying.
Right.
So, sir, my question was about the recruiter window that you showed, because I don't see that on my LinkedIn profile. That is a paid version.
Sorry, say again.
The recruiter thing, the recruiter picture, that
Yes.
the face that you showed us,
Yes.
that is for the paid thing.
That's
If
only for
we,
recruiters. That's only for recruiters, and it's very
okay,
expensive. I
all right,
I think
okay,
it's
that's
about.
it, sir.
I think if I'm not mistaken, the Recruiter Lite is cheaper, but the full Recruiter version is about $12,000 a year.
No, that's all right, sir. I just wanted to know, because I mean, knowing also is, knowledge,
Yes,
because
yes, yeah,
there are number of things which I don't know about LinkedIn. So
yes.
this is how learning goes. Thank you, sir. Thank
Thank
you.
you very much. Okay. Okay, Oves, you can turn on your mic if you want to. I want to listen to your voice. Come on, raise your hand. So now,
You
yeah,
have to allow me.
yeah. Go ahead. So ask
Can you? Okay.
because
Yes.
it will be helpful for other people as well. That's why I wanted you to ask.
Yes. So my question is that how do you find out the problems that people want to learn the solutions for in your niche?
Okay. So first thing first, it starts with some assumptions. Any business starts or any business study starts with certain assumptions. So you have to assume that people have these problems. Umar is a social media marketing professional. He would assume first, okay, people may have these problems, and then you have to test. When I started my bigger program 4 years ago, my assumption was that people who are migrating to Canada find it difficult to get into the job market and they don't know LinkedIn at all. Like people coming in from Dubai, Saudi Arabia, whatever, like people with money, but still, they never needed Clinton back at that time, will need these services. So I built my program for people who are migrating to Canada and want to learn LinkedIn. That's how it started. And other dimensions I kept adding as I kept learning about further needs. So if you see, and those who my students, I have two programs. One is in Urdu, which is for Urdu and Hindi audience, and the other one is in English. Realization was because as a Pakistani, as a South Asian, a lot of my audience is sitting in Pakistan, India, or even in Dubai, Saudi Arabia. They would prefer learning in their own language. So that's how I gradually kept improving. So the first part is always an assumption, and you test that assumption, ABC testing, and then you grow. That's his business strategy. Um, so obviously, I mean, because you are actually looking at something very specific, we may try to find time separately for like a little lengthier conversation because I really want to help you in your journey. Yes, Saad, go ahead. Unmute
हेलो
yourself,
अस्सलाम
please.
वालेकुम सर।
Walaikum salam.
सर मैंने मई में वीडियो कंटेंट बनाया था, लिंक्डइन पे पोस्ट किया था, लेकिन वो मैंने स्क्रीन पे देखते हुए पढ़ते हुए बनाया था।
Right.
और एक मैंने याद करके कंटेंट बनाया था, पूरा याद करके बोला था।
Hmm.
तो कॉन्फिडेंस के साथ हम कैसे बगैर याद किए हुए या देखते हुए बनाए,
Okay.
इस कैमरा को फेस करते हुए?
Good. So frankly speaking, every time you are on Zoom, turn on the camera.
ओके सर।
You don't have to look at the camera. I mean, psychologically, you don't have to look at the camera. It becomes part of it. Like the way you watch television, right? You're in front of television. You don't even know that you're watching television. You're in front. It's all automatic, right? If you see,
सही।
like today's session that I did, you know how long did it take me to create this whole presentation? How long? Any guess? Any wild guesses?
1 hour to 2 hour।
10 minutes.
ओके सर।
10 minutes. When you know what you want to tell people and you are practicing well, it doesn't take you long. Okay, I did not even practice. There is nothing scripted in this session. Uh, so when you practice, you will get it. In practice, there is something called 5P rule. P for Pakistan, P for Pani, Punjab, whatever. 5P, which is practice, 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 and more practice. Simple. No rocket science. If you practice, it will happen. I would actually encourage more people to ask question. Me zone, if you raise your hand, I'll be able to allow you because I don't know who you are. So anyone asking a question, please raise your hand. Otherwise, I won't be able to see you. Let me just see me zone. Where is me zone? Me zone. Me zone, I can see you now. So first me zone and then Awais, Umar, and Nawab Zad. Me zone.
Okay, Assalamu alaikum, sir. First of all, I would like to thank you for having this Zoom meeting. I'm following you since couple of months, and I usually see every post. So I wanted to share my scenario so you can better understand what actually I wanna ask. Like, जैसे मैं by qualification I'm a pharmacist, or I have some experiences from Alhamdulillah from Aga Khan University Hospital as well. तो कुछ टाइम पीरियड ऐसा आया that I took a gap, and then after that gap again, जैसे आपके अंदर आपका प्रोफेशन बस गया होता है, अगर आप उसको छोड़ भी दें तो कुछ टाइम बाद you feel the urge to get back to your professional zone and all. So when I come back again, I started to upgrade myself through the qualification. So I get enrolled in a university, and besides this, I also started my own academy where I collaborated with some other foreign pharmacists on my platform, जहाँ पे हम उनको जो licensing exams होते हैं practice के लिए मुख्तलिफ countries में pharmacists के. You are from Canada, so you know Canada also has PBC exams. So हमने फिर इसी तरह किया कि हमने Canada के, not Canada, right now हमने US के, ऑस्ट्रेलिया के और गल्फ कंट्रीज के थोड़े फार्मासिस्ट के साथ मैंने कोलैबोरेट किया और मैंने अपनी अकेडमी भी खोली. सो अब मैं ऑन वन साइड आई एम एजुकेटिंग माई सेल्फ, which is my lower point कि मैं अपने आप को भी upgrade कर रही हूँ. On the other side, I'm also mentoring other pharmacists.
Hmm.
So I'm a learner, or you can say a student as well as a mentor. Side by side, I have both up and low. So when I represent myself either on my Facebook page or on my LinkedIn page, so what will be the best way to express yourself? क्योंकि आप आपकी सबसे बड़ी चीज होती है आपकी ऑथेंटिसिटी. अगर आप ऑथेंटिसिटी में जाए, मैं आई disclose everything. So I'm also a learner besides other learners.
ठीक
But
है.
on the other hand, I have to make them believe that this is the best course
Okay.
and we have the best team,
Right.
like all that.
I got the point. Number one is, देखें, we will always be a learner.
Right.
Okay. If we stop learning, that's a downfall.
True.
If I stop learning today, after 3 months, I won't be able to talk about LinkedIn because
Right.
things are rapidly changing, right? Things are evolving. So you need to learn every day. You will be a learner throughout your life. If you're not, then, forget it. You're not going to get anywhere. That's point number one. Learners, if you're a learner, you are the most authentic person because then
Right.
you will be able to share fresh perspective. Only learners can share fresh perspective. If you don't learn, you cannot share fresh perspective. So that's the answer to your question.
You're encouraging me. That's so nice of you. But the thing is that कि मेरे जो सर competitors है ना, वो आप ये समझ लें आपकी एज के होंगे. I'm young compared to them. They
Okay.
are in 50s and in
If you,
40s,
if
and they
I
have
can,
some
okay,
designations
just
much more than me.
एक minute. The point is, you need to find your audience.
Yeah,
If you have people
but
who
how you will
already,
represent that way?
look, मुझे एक बात बताए ना, आप अगर आप कह रही हैं आप already provide कर रही हैं, if you're already providing these services, which means that you already have clientele, that clientele, see, ultimately what happens? I did that post, little post that I'm doing this six-day session. 600 people commented on that post on Facebook. 600 people.
Hmm.
It did not happen overnight. A lot of you follow me. I don't even know, like, so many people who follow me. I don't even know them, right?
True, true,
And
true.
a lot of students who take my courses, I don't even know them. But,
Yeah,
they all know me. It's more important that they should know me. But from my side, I must know who would be my audience.
okay.
So ultimately, if you're helping someone in their on, the pain points. And believe me one thing, my age is, a lot of people at my age may have degrees and certificates, but they are not as enthusiastic, as smart than a young person like you. I mean, I assume you're probably in your 30s. So younger people are smarter than the older people. And it's a very controversial thing. I always say, when you grow older, you become stupid. Very simple.
Really?
Yeah.
But
No,
experience,
no, no. Experience. There are three things. So this conversation is going somewhere else, and some people will leave. But the point is, learning point. There are only three things in life that will help you grow. You know what these three things are? Your knowledge, experience, and skills. That's it.
okay.
Knowledge, experience, skills. If you can, so when you're talking to someone, when you're producing content, when you're writing content, you're building that in bond. If you are so smart that you're doing it properly, you're targeting your audience, things will happen. I'll go to the next question. But the point is, if you really want to grow and if you want to invest, I would encourage, go for a full course. Take the full course and then you will see a complete change in your perspective. People
True,
should come
true.
to you rather than you should go to people. People should come to you. That's inbound marketing is the only process. Outbound marketing, the time of cold calling and outbound marketing is gone. So
Hmm.
learn that inbound
Correct.
marketing. Let's go
Correct.
to
Thank you,
let's
sir.
You're welcome. Let's go to Oves and then to Saad and then we'll go to Koratulan. Yes, Oves, unmute yourself. Oves gone. Okay, so Saad, Nawab Zara Saad.
जी अस्सलाम सर।
वालेकुम सलाम, कैसे हो आप?
सर मेरा क्वेश्चन वीडियो कंटेंट से रिलेटेड था, जो आज का नहीं था, 2-3 दिन पहले आपने वो पोस्ट लगाई थी वीडियो कंटेंट वाली, जो 1% वो वाली।
जी।
तो वीडियो कंटेंट में सर मेरी जो टारगेट ऑडियंस है वो यूएस से है। तो मैं उर्दू में वीडियो पोस्ट कर सकता हूँ, उर्दू उर्दू बोल के वीडियो, जो मेरा कंटेंट हो वो उर्दू
डज
में
इट
बोल
मेक
कर।
सेंस? मुझे एक बात बताओ, डज इट मेक
जी
सेंस?
सर, बिल्कुल 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 सर, आई नो।
सेंस नहीं बनता ना।
जी जी।
आपकी ऑडियंस आपको तो नहीं देखना चाहती,
इंग्लिश
आपकी
रिलेटेड है।
आपकी सुनना चाहती है कि आप क्या कह रहे हैं।
जी जी।
ठीक है ना? तो उसका तरीक़ाकार है, मगर वो फिर आपकी, सो देखिए वीडियो से क्या होता है, द पॉइंट
आपने
इज।
सर बताया था कि रीच है उसकी इंक्रीज हो जाती है, बहुत ज्यादा
हाँ
हो जाती
राइट,
है।
नो, दूसरी बात है, इट्स ट्रस्ट बिल्डिंग. So if I
जी
do
सर,
my
बिल्कुल,
video, if I
एब्सोल्युटली।
turn on my camera, so think about it. If I turn off my camera and then speak, and I turn on my camera, then speak, what is the difference? I'm connecting with you when I'm turning on my camera. So if you're not connecting with your audience, you're just speaking in a black hole. No, nobody's going to pay attention, right? Uh, उसका alternate is, so what
जी,
मैं साथ, allow me to say, I'm not
कैप्शन।
sure, but what I
कैप्शन।
understand is probably your English is not that good. So if your English is not that good, then you need to
यस।
practice. And
यस।
then if you practice, so instead of a video, I would recommend, जिनको suggest जिन लोगों की English इतनी अच्छी नहीं है, you should start experimenting with the LinkedIn Audio Live, because in Audio Live you don't have to show your face, but face has more value than only the audio. So just
यस सर।
you need to figure it out.
सर पोस्ट तो मैं कर रहा हूँ, वो इंग्लिश में पोस्ट होती है। वीडियो कंटेंट का आपने कहा था 1% लोग पोस्ट करते हैं, वीडियो क्रिएटर्स हैं। उसमें भी 1% में भी जो वीडियो कंटेंट करते हैं वो तो बहुत ही कम है।
बहुत कम
तो
है
मैंने वो सोचा था कि भाई वीडियो कंटेंट का आपसे मैं क्वेश्चन करना चाह रहा था,
आप.
ये
So
दो तीन
I
दिन
so
पहले।
I can give you another idea for everyone
एक
who is doing video
एक
content.
आइडिया मेरे पास जी,
An
कि उसके
idea.
नीचे कैप्शंस ऐड कर दें उर्दू में
No,
बोल के, तो
no, no,
नीचे नीचे।
no. It's not going to. See, if the person on the other side is not comfortable in talking to you in his own language, forget it. You're not going to get any business, right? So you have to build that confidence that you can talk in his or her language, which is English. The idea is, again, depending on how much money you want to invest on creating videos, you create videos of you doing something, okay, and have someone, anyone who speaks English, a voice over on that video.
राइट।
That's the only way to do it. But if you're addressing that, it's everything is so relevant. See, if you are wearing a kameez shalwar and doing a video for a US market, it's not going to work, right? So you have to be like in a t-shirt or something that they would resonate to. You should not look alien. You should not look alien. Moise, AI audio is cannot, at least for the time being, cannot replace human voice, because the emotion that you can add while talking, uh, AI doesn't do that. So, I I I don't encourage, because if you really want to do something great, then of course, you have to add human values, humanize your thing. So, Wes, let's try you and then to Humayo. I'm holding Kuratulan and Faiza because you've already asked your questions. Let other people ask.
अस्सलाम।
Walaikum salam to you, Wes.
अच्छा, मेरा एक क्वेश्चन है कि जो आपकी जो अपकमिंग सीरीज है, और अच्छे कुछ क्वेश्चन है मेरे, तो जो आपकी अपकमिंग सीरीज है, इसमें मेरा लिंक्डइन प्रोफाइल है ऐसे, जैसे मैंने एक अकाउंट क्रिएट किया हुआ है, लेकिन उस पर मैंने कुछ भी अपनी ना इन्फॉर्मेशन कम्प्लीटली अपडेट की ना कुछ की, तो क्या मैं फिट हूँ आपकी क्लासेस के लिए?
ओके, सो अब दो मुख्तलिफ चीज़ें हैं। मेरी एक लाइव क्लास होती है, लाइव प्रोग्राम होता है, विच इज़ $365 फॉर थ्री वीक सेशन। और जो ऑनलाइन प्रोग्राम है, जो कि आप careerguru.co से देख सकते हैं, मैं यहाँ पे बल्कि लिख भी देता हूँ, वहाँ पे दैट्स फॉर दैट्स दैट्स लाइक सेल्फ पेस्ड लर्निंग। और वहाँ पे आपकी सारी चीज़ें, यू कैन पिक इट अप, इट्स लाइक अ 14-hour program. You can pick things up, improve your profile. The benefit of doing this program is that then you will become part of my community, जिसके साथ मैं रेगुलर इन टच होता हूँ, जो कि जिनका मैं वंस इन अ मंथ लाइव Q&A प्रोग्राम करता हूँ, फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट, ऑल अपडेट्स आर फ्री, जो भी अपडेट्स आ रही होती हैं वो सब फ्री हैं। और ये है तो लेकिन जो जो आपका, अगर आप इसमें आना चाहते हैं, जो आपका नेक्स्ट 5 डेज का जो प्रोग्राम है, तो अगर आपकी प्रोफाइल कंप्लीट नहीं है तो आपको उसका फायदा नहीं होगा। मतलब आप
बाकी
आए,
एक
आप आए जरूर, लिखे उसके अंदर आके, आपको प्रैक्टिस तो आप कर सकते हैं, मगर वो जो फायदे की बात मैं कर रहा हूँ कि आपकी विजिबिलिटी बढ़ेगी,
हम्म,
वो नहीं होगा। क्योंकि अगर प्रोफाइल इनकम्प्लीट है तो लिंक्डइन का एल्गोरिथम को क्या मैसेज दे रहे हैं, आप यू आर नॉट इंटरेस्टेड, राइट? इट्स लाइक ओपनिंग अ शॉप एंड यू डोंट पुट एनी, लाइक कपड़ा बेचना है, कपड़ा रखा नहीं है दुकान के अंदर, कौन
ऐसे
खरीदने
ही है।
जाएगा, राइट?
यस। सो
तो
एक और मेरा क्वेश्चन है, मैं अक्सर इंडिया में देखता हूँ जो लिंक्डइन कंटेंट क्रिएटर, जैसे हम देखते हैं फेसबुक पे, यूट्यूब पे, इंस्टा पे, तो मैं उन पे लिंक्डइन पे भी देखा हुआ है, तो काफी लिंक्डइन का कंटेंट क्रिएटर है। तो इसका क्या रोड मैप है, क्या स्कोप हो सकता है
किस चीज़ का?
कि लिंक्डइन पे आप एक कंटेंट क्रिएटर, जैसे हम यूट्यूब को यूज करते हैं लोग, वहां पर को कंटेंट क्रिएटर
तो
डिफरेंट कंटेंट।
सारी आज का सेशन मेरे में मैंने तो बात क्या की है, यही तो बात की है।
नहीं, ये बात है, लेकिन मैं एक जो चीज पूछ रहा हूँ ना कि इसका पोटेंशियल क्या है लिंक्डइन पे ग्रोथ का,
ओके,
जैसे हम यूट्यूब पे कहते
और
हैं कि फेम है, ये
मैं
वो।
बता देता हूँ। So LinkedIn page is not only about content. So if you want to make money, it's not only about content. I have a program in which I've given 12 gigs that you can sell using LinkedIn. It could be optimization program. It could be as simple as designing the banner. It could be identifying keywords for your clients. It could be managing their profiles. LinkedIn content writers जो कि अच्छा content लिखते हैं can earn per client anything between 300 to $1,000 a month. So you can work it out yourself. If you have 3 clients and those clients are corporate clients, you are at least looking at $1,000 coming to your pocket, but provided you know how to write content. And the credibility, if you see, if I tell someone about my LinkedIn, people will go and look at 69,000 followers, right? And somebody looking at your profile will look at, there's nothing to show. Where is more credibility? So first
बिल्कुल भाई।
build that conversation trust, the opportunities will come. This is what I said. Build conversations and trust. The opportunities will fall into your lap. ठीक है जी। Next go to Humayun.
थैंक
Firstly, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity and the wonderful session. Just to give you a background, I'm Humayun, working currently in Dubai as a finance guy by a chartered accountant finalist. So basically, I have two questions regarding this. First question is relating to the DMs that we're normally sending to the relevant key management personnel sometimes just to secure some new opportunities if there is any. I have something like doubt on the sending the messages because of course they are in the senior position they cannot they really get easily get offended by such messages. What should be the exact what you can say content of the message and the length of the message?
Don't send them messages.
And
Don't send them messages.
uh,
Don't
okay,
engage with them on their content.
with the just with the content because I don't it's
See,
really
you
hard to.
will listen. Well, I'm just giving you, for everyone
Mm-hmm,
who is with me. Think about it. You are joining me in this session and you've already spent 1 hour with me. Why?
mm-hmm.
Why? What is the reason?
I already have the credibility and we know
Okay,
already know each other.
right.
Yes,
Now you know what I mean.
yes.
So once you start building that relationship, you know,
Mm-hmm,
it's all about shaking hand with someone.
mm-hmm,
Calling cold messages, period. Khatam.
mm-hmm,
People are not interested. I get so many cold messages. If I show you, and I can show you now if you want to, I've got more than 3,000 people wanted to connect me. It's like sitting there, more than
mm-hmm,
3,000. I don't want to connect with them. Why would I accept an invite from a person who is not relevant?
mm-hmm.
And I'm
Got your point.
already at a stage where I mean, I'm 27,000 people, connection, 3,000 only. I want to connect with my students and my clients so that I could help them.
Mm-hmm,
I don't want to
mm-hmm,
connect with a stranger. So that's the answer
mm-hmm.
for your first question. Next question.
Thank you. The outcome of this is like I should be the it should go with the relevant audience,
Yes.
right? Okay. The second is relating to the content of the introduction that we are putting in our profile initially over there after the profile picture, and down in the about us section. What should be the like right, I must say, right length of the content in the about us section and above over the under the profile picture.
Okay. Under the profile picture is called your headline.
Okay.
Now this is
Headlines.
so okay. Now Humayun, now do you know what I'm talking about? I'm
Mhm.
telling you that you need to understand LinkedIn. If you don't,
Yes.
it's like, take a car, buy a car, and I'll tell you a little story. One of my ex-bosses gave me his keys. Can you please, Ahmad, go downstairs and just because somebody's coming, and he was busy doing something, remove my car. Long time ago. I went in, I sat in the car, I could not find the handbrake.
Mm.
It was a Mercedes. I could not find
Okay.
the handbrake. I had to figure out
Mm.
where the handbrake is. And then I released and I parked the car. I came up, I gave him the key. I said, and I took his name, X Saab, why I don't have I don't have a Mercedes? Because I don't even know where the handbrake is. You don't
Mm.
grow on LinkedIn because you don't really know how LinkedIn works.
Yes, exactly.
That's the beauty. That's the beauty. If we learn, we cannot learn in these sessions. We only take like I've taken a small bit of it. I just want to help that community that wants to kind of experiment with content learning. But the bigger
Mm.
side of it is if you really want to grow and do wonders on LinkedIn, you have to go in a class. You could not have passed chartered accountancy had you not done your articleship and had you not passed your exams.
Exactly.
Learning is always structural. You cannot learn from YouTube. YouTube is not, you can learn tying a knot or eating from fork and knife. That's not structured learning. Structured learning
Yes.
only comes
Mm.
from a structured training program. So what you're telling
Exactly.
me is the headline, and you don't even know wo kya hoti hai. That's like, this is the logic I want to build. That's the headline. Headline is what the searchability, it improves the searchability. You add garbage
Okay.
there, you get garbage. Input is garbage, output is garbage as well. So you have to be
Exactly.
specific,
Exactly.
very targeted. So that's one question answered. The about summary has got, LinkedIn has increased it to 2,600 characters. Tell your story, who you are, what you bring on the table. Tell your story.
Mm-hmm.
People only put three-liners. Who cares, right? Nobody tells.
Yes. Exactly.
Tell your story.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it works out. But if you are so enthusiastic and mashallah, you're in Dubai, I think you should consider joining the bigger program I have, or maybe just like the online course that I have. It is going to help you.
Okay. Sure. Sure.
Yeah. All
Thank
right.
you so much. Thank you. Thank
Next,
you.
okay. So I'll see. Um, so Kuratlan, if you have last question, please ask, and Sumbul, and then we'll close the session.
Okay, thank you, Hamad, for giving me the chance again. I actually wanted to ask shortly. There are actually four questions. First is that I actually go out on the social activities a lot,
Mm,
probably 4 5 a week, but
mm.
I can't post all of them, and all of them are relevant. First thing is that how to go with that. Second thing, that what should go on my personal account and what should go on my page. And third question was relevant to the video content. It's one thing is that I provide coaching and training online most of the time. So what happened when I see the screen, I don't see the participants. I feel very anxious, and I actually put off my camera as well, and it actually give me a very uncomfortable feeling when I'm giving the session. And second thing is that I am not really not that much comfortable on the camera, like not with the close community, but not I'm okay with the close community, but when it comes to posting the like YouTube and all that, I still don't feel comfortable with that, maybe because of the increasing threats related to AI or something. So these were the short four things. If you can say
I
anything,
mean,
thank you.
the point is that all those things that you said, you already have answers to these things. So you just, I mean, I'm looking at it from a very psychological point of view. You already have answers. Uh, you have to decide what do you want to put out there. You know, if you go to 5 events and you want to put only 1 or 2 events, you need to decide which events will go. I mean, who am I to tell you what to add, right? From the event point of view. Then if you're not comfortable on camera, practice it. What happens? Now, in this session, if you see that we had about 50 people joining in, there are only 31 now. Who cares? Do I care? I don't. Because my job, my thinking, my focus is that I just want to help people. Those who want to stay with me will stay. Those who don't value me will go. They probably have something more important to do. That's fine. So you have to really build it up. You know, yeah, just change your mindset. Or turn it on, 2 people will join in. That's it. This is what you need. 2 people, maybe just one more people so they could speak to him or her. But when you give value, you get value. Very simple. Faiza, yes, your question, then we'll go to Amir.
Sir, I have just few tips for all those who are, talking about that they cannot face camera. When you are talking and you're recording something, you can have sticky notes in front of you, number one. Number two, you can do the practice in front of a mirror. That is a very good technique which helps you to focus and keep the eye level thing. And number three is, sir, talking in English and recording yourself on the phone and then listening how many mistakes you make and all that. So these are certain few tips which we can follow. Definitely, definitely improve ourselves, sir. It's not a very big deal, honestly.
When we were born, we did not
Yeah.
know how to chew. Okay,
Yeah.
remember that. Okay, ji, Amir Saab,
Thank
Mohammed,
you, sir.
welcome. जी
अस्सलाम
आप
वालेकुम सर।
वालेकुम सलाम।
सर मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है जो क्यों इस ग्रुप में डिफरेंट स्किल्स के लोग ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं सर। जैसे मेरी
एक मिनट,
स्किल्स है।
एक मिनट, आपकी बहुत इको आ रही है, बहुत ज्यादा गूंज
अब
आ रही
आवाज आ रही है सर?
है, गूंज गूंज रही है बहुत ज्यादा आपकी आवाज, तो मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा आप क्या कह रहे हैं।
अब आवाज आ रही है सर?
हाँ, बेहतर है, बोलिए।
तो सर अब मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है ना, अब इस ग्रुप में ना मीटिंग में सर डिफरेंट स्किल्स के लोग मतलब ज्वाइन किए सर।
राइट,
जैसे मेरी स्किल्स है लीड जनरेशन, डेटा एंट्री।
राइट,
जो मैं पोस्ट करूंगा सर वो अपनी स्किल्स के मुताबिक करूंगा या लिंक्डइन ग्रोथ के बारे में करूंगा सर?
राइट। आपकी जो कंटेंट होगा, देखिए मैंने क्या कहा है कि आपकी जो कंटेंट है, और ये जो हम लर्निंग कर रहे हैं अपने कोर्स, जो मेरा जो बड़ा कोर्स है, उसमें बेसिक लर्निंग ये है कि आप अपनी अपनी स्किल्स को कैसे लोगों तक पहुंचाएंगे, या अपनी स्किल्स के बारे में कैसे बात करें। सो इफ आप लीड जनरेशन पे काम करते हैं, इफ आई हैव अ रिक्वायरमेंट फॉर लीड जनरेशन एंड
जी सर।
if you're addressing my problem through your skills, I will probably buy from you, right? Think of that. Now, this exercise that we are doing for 5 days is a practice exercise. And most of the time, it will only help you think from a different perspective. I want you to think more creatively when you're writing. That is the all exercise जो है वो इसके बारे में, जो आप 5, then of course उसी को आप एक दफा प्रोसेस आप सीख जाएंगे, it will help you create your own content. But at the end of the day, you have to solve somebody else's problem. Okay?
ओके सर।
Okay.
ओके सर, थैंक यू।
जी साद भाई, साद रशीद।
जी सर, मैं चैट जीपीटी से टेक्स्ट कंटेंट क्रिएट करके पोस्ट करता हूँ लिंक्डइन पे, लेकिन उस पर एंगेजमेंट नहीं आती, ना लाइक कमेंट्स कुछ भी।
यही तो बता रहा हूँ मैं आपको कैसे आएगी। जिस पे आपका, जैसा आप लिख रहे हैं वैसे और 50,000 लोग लिख रहे होंगे। तब देखिए, लिंक्डइन का एल्गोरिथम आइडेंटिफाई कर लेता है कि वेदर इट्स अ चैट जीपीटी जनरेटेड कंटेंट, एआई जनरेटेड कंटेंट और नॉट। So, if you cannot, so you need to learn, Saad. You've been in my course for so many months now. You need to learn to start creatively writing. Maybe you will still generate content through ChatGPT, but humanize it. It's just a story that sells. So
सही
create
है सर।
उसको उसको so अभी आप इस 5 दिन के इसमें आए ना, मैं, so it's not only the group that यहाँ पे मौजूद है, बल्कि जो मेरे पेड स्टूडेंट हैं उनको भी मैं लेके आ रहा हूँ इसमें, जो भी आना चाहे। ये 5 दिन में यू विल एक्चुअली इम्प्रूव, आई मीन एटलीस्ट इफ यू वांट टू बी वेरी फ्रैंक। ओके जी, सो थैंक यू
कल
वेरी।
सेशन होगा संडे को?
नहीं, सो फ्रॉम मंडे देयर विल बी अ
मंडे टू
पोस्ट,
फ्राइडे?
Monday to Friday, every day there will be a post on my LinkedIn, and that will be an instructional post for everyone. You will read that post. Based on that post, create your own content and post that content on your own profile as your post. And also post it in the comments so that I could see it.
ओके सर।
Okay? And that's a practice. So if we follow this practice for 5 days, we will definitely improve upon our content visibility, our own profile visibility, and that will help us motivate us at least ज़्यादा करेंगे। ठीक है जी, एक और कुलत लाइन क्या कह रही हैं आप? उनका सब AI जनरल advice life public speed. See, AI is there, and we cannot hide ourselves from AI. We should not. But how do we use AI? That's more important than anything else. How do we use it? Use it like a real human being, or we are using an AI as a bot? Don't use it as a bot. So with that, thank you very much. My plan was just 1 hour. It's almost an hour and 45 minutes in the session. But thank you very much for joining in, everyone. I hope you will be. Oh, Nazakat Bhai is there. Nazakat Bhai, you haven't said anything. किधर हैं आप? कुछ लोग भी थे बैठे हुए इसके अंदर बाद में भी। ओके, सो द पॉइंट इज कि जो लोग भी आगे आके बात करना चाहते हैं और मजीद चीज़ों को सीखना चाहते हैं, लिंक्डइन इज अमेजिंग। ओके जी, नज़ाकत भाई, हाउ आर यू? आई हैवंट सीन यू इन अ व्हाइल।
Assalamu alaikum, sir.
वालेकुम सलाम।
Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, I'm fine.
ग्रेट ग्रेट। सो
Yeah.
ज्वाइन इन द जो हमारा ये कंटेंट वाला प्रोग्राम है, and
जी
and help these people learn. I mean, somebody like you should really help them as
जी
well.
इंशाल्लाह इंशाल्लाह I'll participate from Monday. मैं अभी देख रहा था आपके वो इंस्ट्रक्शंस वगैरह, और मैंने दिया ये मतलब सेशन स्टार्ट से ही दिया है। और जो सुनने वाले हैं उन सबको मैं ये कहना चाह रहा हूँ कि मैं अहमद भाई से तकरीबन 1 साल 2 साल हो गए हैं शायद, मेरे ख्याल में। तो मैं कनेक्टेड हूँ और मैं इनका स्टूडेंट भी हूँ, और बहुत कुछ सीखा है इनसे। और ये है कि ये फ्री में भी आप सीखेंगे ना, जिस तरह वो एक वो थे यूजर थे, उन्होंने ये बोला था, पार्टिसिपेंट थे कि मेरी जो वो पोस्ट है 150 से 700 की हैं, और वो भी फ्री सेशन से। तो अगर मैं 100% आपको ये बोलता हूँ कि आप ये जो 5 दिन का आने वाला है, इसको अगर पार्टिसिपेट करें फुली तौर पे, तो आपके इम्प्रेशंस जो है वो सॉरी, आपके इम्प्रेशंस जो 200-300 हैं, तो वो 2-3 हज़ार तक भी जा सकते हैं और जाएंगे। और
अच्छा,
ये मैं आपको गारंटी देता हूँ
चलें जी,
अमान साहब की
आपकी
तरफ
गारंटी का बहुत शुक्रिया। सो बेसिकली, जैसे नज़ाकत भाई को पता है कि एवरी स्टूडेंट दैट आई हैव इज पार्ट ऑफ माय फैमिली। यू माय
से। जी बिल्कुल।
और जब आप मेरी फैमिली हैं तो आई हैव अ रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी टू हेल्प यू ग्रो। दोज हु पार्टिसिपेट, दोज हु टॉक टू मी, दोज हु आस्क क्वेश्चन, ग्रो। वेरी सिंपल। तो क्लास में भी
बिल्कुल।
होता है, कुछ कुछ स्टूडेंट होते हैं, लाडले स्टूडेंट होते हैं और फिर बात करते हैं, सारी चीजें करते हैं। सो विद दैट, थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर ज्वाइनिंग इन, एंड लेट्स स्टार्ट फ्रॉम मंडे। Anyone who will do it consistently will grow. Those who don't, God bless them. And anyone who is interested in joining in the full course, you can also ask me if you have an interest there. But of course, a 14 hours intense program will definitely help you grow much faster. With that, thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum.
थैंक यू अमान।